honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, the Kodash. And double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone for enduring, laboring in the footsteps of the minute they've labored in. Just gonna do a quick check, see if I don't know how to check. See if I'm going live or not. I haven't been able to be heard. Let me see. See if I can click on it. No, I haven't been able to be heard. Going live the last two videos. There's really no excuse for it, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the message that they wouldn't let come out. Something about let's end the Israelite debate about reincarnation. Right? Reincarnation is part of judgment. All right, it's part of the law. It's part of the Bible. It is the law that one must come back on the earth and be reincarnated, so that judgment can play out for breaking the law. Right? So I want to give a double honors to the elders and apostles and the footsteps of the prophets that they've endured in. Bishops as well. Hebrews chapter 9 verse 27. And as it as appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. Right? So that there's judgment that must take place for the transgression of sin, and it is law that after death you get judged. Second Ezra chapter 14 verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. It's reincarnation. Reincarnation is part of the law, is biblical. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. And we're seeing that take place now. The ungodly Esau, Edom, they want to worship white baby Jesus and celebrate New Year's, and it's going to be an ungodly year. All right, it's going to be an ungodly year. I don't know if the audio is coming through. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 16. And moreover I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. And iniquity is sin on top of sin. All right, so under the sun, the place of judgment is earth. And so it is law. Reincarnation is law, because you have to come back on the earth to be judged. All right. So a lot of ancient cultures speak of reincarnation and so forth, but America is going to be judged. See, the Israelites, the children of Israel, are being judged daily since the beginning of the forming of our nation in ancient Egypt. But Esau Edom is being judged as we speak. All right, he's being judged by even acting the way he's acting, which is going to force him to be judged even worse. And that's a judgment from the Heavenly Father to have Esau Edom acting like this across the world. Psalms chapter 119 verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Right? And as it is written, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Isaiah chapter 54 verse 17. Weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Right? Hebrews chapter 12 verse 9. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Right? All of this pseudoscience, all of this holidays and women and family problems and work issues, none of these are all weapons. All right, psychological war, these are all weapons to prosper, to keep us from coming back to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and worshiping him, all right, as we would demand it in ancient Egypt. But Pharaoh said, no, let's make it more strenuous so that the children of Israel cannot worship their God. All right, Pharaoh knew not the God of the Israel. So we have a heritage. All right. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence, Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? So the Heavenly Father is not the God of the dead. He's the God of the living. The spirit does not die. It gets judged. All right, it's part of the law. Luke chapter 20, verse 38. For he is not a God of the dead, but of the living. For all live unto him. All do the will of the Heavenly Father. All right? God is not the God of the dead. Yahweh is not the God of the dead. That's the only God that exists. Matthew chapter 22, verse 32. I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob, not the God of Esau, not the God of Moab, not the God of Ishmael, not the God of any other nation. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. Right? The Heavenly Father is the God of the living. And as it is written, we live unto him. Daniel chapter 12, verse 13. But go thou thy way till the end be. All right, we're at the end. For thou shalt rest. All right, thou shalt go back to the spirit world and stand in thy lot at the end of thy days. And what is the lot of Daniel? To be a prophet. All right, so reincarnation is law. 2nd Ezra chapter 14, 35. CEB version. Judgment comes after death, when we are restored to life, and then the names of the just will appear, and the deeds of the wicked will be exposed. Malachi chapter 1 verse 4 says Esau Edom is the wicked. Genesis chapter 25, Genesis chapter 36 speaks of Esau Edom, and his wickedness is documented all throughout the scriptures. First Maccabees, and even when we came out of Egypt trying to pass through the land comes to mind. All right, so Joshua chapter 1 verse, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Right? When we choose to lean on our own understanding or follow the ways of Babylon the Great, America, and these other nations, we do not have success. Right? We have stress, and we bring judgment upon ourselves. First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 47. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes. Who? Our ancestors. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. And seeking to do it, they did it. Gave us white baby Jesus, white baby angels, and all types of madness. Right? Gave us a Trinity doctrine and just completely confused of the Heavenly Father. Matthew chapter 27, verse 52. And the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose. Why? Because God is not the God of the dead. He's the God of the living. And came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared unto many. All right, reincarnation is biblical, but so is being risen from the dead. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19. New International Version. Yahweh, my strength and my fortress, my refuge in time of distress. To you the nations will come from the end of the earth and say, our ancestors possessed nothing but false gods, worthless idols that did them no good. All right. They inherited lies, all right, and vanity and things when there is no profit. All right. False, worthless idols that did them no good. All right. Shalom.